The Tipping Point with Mike Tipton is brought to you by Dubby. What is Dubby? Dubby is a clean energy drink that is made to give you focus with no crash, jitters, or angst like those other energy drinks have. They also have no maltodextrin fillers and don't use artificial dyes. Dubby contains vitamins, amino acids, a nootropic, and 150 milligrams of caffeine. W's products are made in the USA in an FDA inspected facility that strictly adheres to GMP manufacturing guidelines. All of the flavors are unique and custom made by W, and you'll never taste our taste anywhere else. The best part about it is they're affordable. W's drinks come out to about $1 per drink, much cheaper than Starbucks or any of those canned energy drinks. To learn more, visit w.gg.com/discount/MRTipton33 and place your order today. Use promo code MrTipton33 and save today. W Energy, be better. What's going on, everybody? I want to tell you about my new friends over at Cleverman. Visit them online at becleverman.com. What they gave me was the energizing face and beard scrub along with the Cleverman face scrubber. And trust me when I say this, the energizing face and beard scrub smells amazing. Combining it with the face scrubber, making sure that your boy was looking as good and sexy as possible, opened up a whole different sensation in my face that I haven't ever felt before. I felt so clean, so fresh, and so clean, like Outcast said, and it helped me feel like I was ready for my day. Make sure you visit them online at becleverman.com and follow them on Instagram at clevermannyc. The link is up in my bio if you want to check out all the amazing products they have. Visit them online, becleverman.com.
From the VIP, heard the nightlife, lost life without me.
It is the Tipping Point with Mike Tipton coming at you on a Friday. It's a TIP VIP Friday. You know how we do it here on the Tipping Point with Mike Tipton. Hope everyone is having themselves a fantastic Friday. This is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a shorter show. I had to wait. I was like, is the music going to end? I thought I only had it as like 20 seconds. Winds up being 30 seconds. Nonetheless, it was a good time for your boy. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit of a shorter show. I've got some things that I need to get, that I need to take care of. We got a field trip that my youngest son is going to be going on to La Nube. That's enough free advertising for them. And I've got to be there in like 35, 45 minutes, like Craig's daddy used to say. Don't go in there for 35, 45 minutes. If you don't get that reference, you don't need to be watching this show, and we can no longer be friends. My guy, B. Strilla, saying, good morning, Tip. Good morning to you, B. Strilla. Hope you're having yourself a fantastic day, my dude. Check out his show, One Ass Cheek, Three Toes. Also sounds like what happens whenever you have 100 men take on one gorilla, just leaving with one ass cheek and three toes, all 100 men. I would like to see, like, obviously 100 men might be able to beat the gorilla, but come on. It's a gorilla. 100 John Halliburtons versus that gorilla, 100 John Halliburtons win. You would need 100 gorillas to take on one John Halliburton, the way that he stood up to Giannis Antetokounmpo. Our guy Tommy Carranza saying, what's good, Tip? Saying the gorilla wins easy. Easy, the gorilla wins against 100 men? I mean, we're talking about like, well, what if we have like, you know, prime George Foreman and prime Muhammad Ali, like actual fighters who can go in there. get in on this gorilla, get in on some of that action. Now, me, I'm not going to be in there. We're not having 100 tips fighting this gorilla because that gorilla would have no chance in hell. One tip, one gorilla, that gorilla's going down, baby. That gorilla would rip me apart in no time. But nonetheless, I can have a little overconfidence in myself, can't I? Haven't I earned that so far in my life to have just a little overconfidence? I have not. I know that gorilla would destroy 100 me's. But I'm saying, like, if we got George Foreman, if we had like Arnold Schwarzenegger, like jacked Arnold Schwarzenegger from back in the day, I think we get some people like that, we got a shot. We got a shot. We can go through it like Barry Bonds, prime Barry Bonds, all the steroided out baseball players versus 100 gorillas or versus one gorilla. We got this. 100 Stewarts versus a gorilla. Like I said, you would need 100 gorillas to take on one John Halliburton. Again, I will put it like this. John Halliburton was not going to be intimidated by Giannis Antetokounmpo. Some 6'11" dude that's all buff like Giannis Antetokounmpo comes walking up to me. I am immediately regretting all of my life decisions, turning up into a little bubble, going right into the fetal position, terrified of my life. John Halliburton was just standing there staring at him, looking up at him, because obviously you got to look up very high at someone that's 6'11". John Halliburton just stood there on business. On business, he stood there. You would need 100 gorillas to take on one John Halliburton. I know that much. I don't even know where the hell did this come from. I've just been seeing it on social media. The 100 people, 100 men versus one gorilla. Who wins? I'm on Team Gorilla. I think it's Team Gorilla 100%, unless we got 100 beast trillas who are going to be taking on this gorilla. Now, Augustine Pimentel saying, wait, Danny Hoban got ugly. He did. I don't know what happened right there. Actually, no, Danny's going through some stuff right now, so I'm going to take over my own show. Take over my own show right now. Again, it's going to be a little shorter of a show. I've got somewhere that I've got to be in about 35, 45 minutes. So it's going to be a little shorter show. Nonetheless, I am here for you. Not even streaming on national streaming sports just yet. Not too sure why, but you know what? C'est la vie. Not gonna stress about it. David Cananza saying, boo. Are you booing me? Are you booing Danny? Are you booing 35, 45 minutes? Like what's going on here? I don't understand the boos. I'm normally used to tomatoes coming my way. I got to go be dad. I'm going with my son. It's going to be a field trip. We're going to La Nube. I am one of the chaperones. Someone messed around and made me a chaperone. But, you know, I got dad time. Dad time. That's always the most important time. I love doing the show, but dad time. Augustine asking, where's Danny? Once again, I'm not going to answer that question. Danny's going through some stuff, my guy. That's all you got to know. Going through some stuff. Prayers up to Danny, his family, all that good stuff. Gary Bryant saying, wait. So you're here today, Tip? You're here today? I am. I was going to pre-record the show and pretend like I was talking to the comment section and be like, oh, hey, we got this going on here. We got this going on here. But I decided, no. Little shorter show, which is fine. Got to make sure we hit some of the sponsors. Augustine saying La Nube is amazing. And that's the main thing, right? I will, as much as I love the show is always going to go to the side whenever it comes to my kids. My kids need me, I am there. That's kind of how it was on Wednesday. Wednesday was kite day. As we get closer to the end of the school year, now we got to just make up a bunch of stuff for the kids to do, so that way we can be fine as teachers and as individuals. I get it. Trust me, I was in those shoes not too long ago. So Wednesday was kite day. We were out there flying a kite. Bought a brand new kite for him. Drove all the way from the far east side to the west side to find a kite because the kite that we got torn. Man, the things we do for our kids. Like being surrounded by a bunch of other kids, second graders. as they go on a field trip. Gary Bryant saying Father of the Year forever type stuff right there. I appreciate that. I ain't going for Father of the Year. God knows I ain't that. I got more flaws than Luka Doncic's diet. Destiny saying lots of activities for the kids. Check on your kids' teachers. We are striving to survive. LOL. Making it towards the end of the year. That's all they're trying to do. Make it towards the end of the year. One by one, we'll make it. Shout out to the people that can actually be teachers for long periods of time, because I could not do that stuff. Not because of the kids. I've already mentioned this a bunch of times. Not because of the kids. Nonetheless, basketball happened yesterday. We got everyone's favorite words in sports. Game 7. Game 7. That's going to be happening between the Los Angeles Clippers. Thank you for that, Gary. I appreciate it. Between the Los Angeles Clippers and the Denver Nuggets. I told y'all this was going to be my favorite series. This is going to be the one that I was looking forward to the most. Nikola Jokic, that big-ass loaf of bread playing basketball. Kawhi Leonard held together with nothing but duct tape, bubble gum, and a little bit of silly string. You know eventually it's going to break, but he's playing his ass off right now. James Harden not going to the strip club 7 days a week, only 6 days a week. Look at what that does for him. The LA Clippers and this series has been a lot of fun. I've got the Clippers, again, winning the series, so we got to make sure we win a game on the road. Gary Bryant saying orange and blue skies, baby. New York Knicks. The Knicks making it past the Detroit Pistons. Sorry, Bistrilla. Making it past the Detroit Pistons. I feel so bad for Detroit. You had 3 games at home. 3 games at home. And you lost them by a combined 6 points. One of them you shouldn't have lost because the referees screwed you out of that one. But nonetheless, you lost it. The New York Knicks, I don't know how to judge that team. I genuinely don't know how to judge that team because they shouldn't have beaten Detroit. Now, obviously, you win what you can win, right? You find a way to win. Whether it's ugly, whether it's not, you find a way to win. I got to look at what the bracket is in the NBA. So that way we can see who the Knicks are playing. I think the Knicks have the Celtics. Yep, they got the Celtics next. Enjoy your run, Knicks, because it's over. The Boston Celtics are gonna win. The Boston Celtics are gonna take that ass. We know that much right now. Like it's not even that hard of a thing. Appreciate that, Augustine saying sending good vibes to Danny, cool guy, good friend. He needs them. He needs them right now. His family needs them right now. Tommy Cananza giving a little bit of love to Gary. Gary Bryant going on to say, let's go Golden State. Let's get this dub tonight over the armpit. Man, calling Houston the armpit. B. Strilla saying, don't feel bad. We'll be back. They will be back. I love Detroit's core. I genuinely love Detroit's core. If they can get, I don't even want to say like another big, but if they can get someone that can just step up, help out Cade Cunningham, help out Tobias Harris. How good is Tobias Harris going to be next year, right? Help out with the shooting. Tim Hardaway Jr. is doing great. Malik Beasley doing great, but they just need a little more consistency. I think that comes with age, right? This is all about the growing pains. I feel like that's where the Pistons are at right now, going through these growing pains. The same thing with the Houston Rockets. You got to go through these growing pains. Now, granted, Houston got the short end of the stick whenever they drew Golden State in the playoffs, right? Like, again, such a young team, a fun team to watch in the Houston Rockets. Jalen Green, both of them having amazing seasons. But, man, you pulled a team that has a ton, and I mean a ton, of championship experience in the first round. You're going to lose that matchup time and time again. B. Strill saying it's been real, Knicks, Celtics in 5. I don't know if I'll go 5. I think it'll go 6. But the Celtics are The Celtics are the truth. I still have the Boston Celtics as my NBA champion this year. I know that's sacrilege to a lot of people that are out there, but you know what? I actually watch basketball and I pay attention. Just like I told you the damn LA Lakers weren't going to make it out of the first round. I should have a celebration going on right now. LeBron James, that old man, that geriatric F with his liver-spotted hands. Get your liver-spotted hands off my basketball, LeBron, and go into the retirement home. I am older than LeBron James. Gary Bryant saying, Augustine, what's good, bro? Going on to say the Pistons got dogs all through their roster. They have an amazing young team. They genuinely do. A great mix. Augustine going on to say Houston does smell, and the damn humidity. Oh, man, that's the worst part about Houston is the humidity. I'll put up with any smell. I don't think Houston smells that bad. To me, it's always just the humidity. Bistro saying Cade needs to step up and be the superstar he is. I think he's going to be. I get it that he's been in the league for 4 years. We've seen such a step up in his ability that he's played. I think now it's just I'm going to take the reins. You saw the way that he was talking to his teammates. I'm going to take the reins. Jalen Durbin also, to me, once again, just a little more consistency. And we're talking about this team in a different way. Keep Bernie Bickerstaff. You don't have to change anything in the coaching staff. But Detroit Pistons are the truth. Gary Bryant saying the Pistons need a guy when they need a basket they can get. They need a guy when they need a basket. The guy that can get a bucket, like a Durant type of guy. Durant's a free agent. I wouldn't mind seeing Durant in Detroit, right? Giving them another option. Another big guy, another tough guy that's going to have to be hard to guard. I can see that. I can see Detroit going that route. I don't know if that helps them or hurts them, though. Gary Bryant going on to say, I hate the Lakers, LaFlop James. Augustine saying, and important about sports. Yes, youth is important. And that's one of the things, right? Like, you have a good young team. You have the ability with this good young team to do all kinds of amazing things. But you have to be able to catch that lightning in the bottle, right? Like, we've seen a lot of times where you have the good young team that's just not able to get over the hump. Bistro saying, don't you put that evil on us. Don't you put that evil on us, Ricky. You don't want Kevin Durant? Man, it's not like younger Kevin Durant. Like, this is like more mature Kevin Durant. It just gives y'all an option. That's all I'm saying. It just gives y'all an option. I want to see who the list of upcoming free agents are going to be. Kevin Porter Jr., that's an interesting one. James Harden, Kyrie Irving, LeBron. In 2026, Luka Doncic, Damian Lillard. It's going to be interesting. Bistro saying, nah, pass. We're passing on Kevin Durant. That is wild. That is wild to me. But I guess, you know what? Yeah, it's all about how your team meshes together, right? And Kevin Durant doesn't have that Detroit mindset. Tommy Kanata saying, I want Luka back. Baby, come back. Come back to the Mavericks. We'll get rid of Nico if you just come back to me. I probably messed up the lyrics on that, but that was halfway decent for coming off the top of my head. Of course you want Luka back. Who wouldn't want Luka on their team? Except for the Dallas Mavericks, who didn't want Luka on their team. The further we get away from it, the more I hope Tommy can laugh at it one day. Just how ridiculous it is that the Dallas Mavericks traded away Luka Doncic. As a fan, I get it. I get it. A lot of quality NBA free agents are going to be available, is what Gary Bryant is saying. I know there's going to be a whole ton of them. I'm just trying to find out what the whole list of players is going to be. I know they got James Harden, LeBron James, Julius Randle. Oh, man. There's no way Minnesota lets Julius Randle go, right? Like, unless they win the championship, maybe. But Julius Randle being on Detroit, man, that would be fun. Tommy Canazzo saying he won't ever get over it. Augustine Pimentel saying, I don't want Luka unless he drops some weight. Gary Bryant going on to say he likes the idea of Porter. Harden, Durant, Karis LeVert. Karis LeVert would be a good one too. Lillard, Malik Beasley. Detroit's got to keep Malik Beasley. Detroit has to keep Malik Beasley. Miles Turner, that would be a good one too. Man. Josh Giddey, not so much. Fred VanVleet, not so much. Jonathan Kuminga, not so much. Naz Reid, Minnesota's got to keep him. Malik Beasley, Detroit's got to keep him. Santiago Aldama, Memphis, nah. Cam Thomas, Kelly Oubre. I'm surprised Kelly Oubre is still playing. Brook Lopez. Brook Lopez in Detroit would be kind of interesting. Brook Lopez in Detroit would be kind of interesting, but if Minnesota, because Minnesota's got to find a way, they got to keep Naz Reid or Julius Randle. They'll probably find a way to keep them both, but if one of those comes available and I'm Detroit, I'm going after one of those guys. Julius Randle on the Detroit Pistons would be phenomenal. Bistril saying, keep Malik. Gary Bryant saying there's going to be 46 free agents. Yeah, but not all of them are good. Like let's be honest about that part. Not all of them are good. Like Ty Jerome, I kind of like Ty Jerome. I want him to be a San Antonio Spur. Bobby Portis, that would be interesting. Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Clint Capella, washed. Mo Wagner, that would be interesting. That's got a team option for Orlando. Mo Wagner has a team option for Orlando. I think I'm starting to be like a Spurs fan because I'm picturing Mo Wagner next to Victor Wembanyama, and I'm getting happy. Augustine Pimentel saying me and Tipton are also free agents. Hey, I'm available. You need a slow, short, fat point guard, I got you. I still got that court vision. The shot has never been broken. It's never been perfect, but it's never been broken. Gary Bryant saying Julius Randle is a ball stopper. Once he gets the ball, it stops. He shoots too much. And then going on to say Miles Turner is a pacer for life. Bistro saying Mo Wagner would be great on the Spurs. We get Mo and we get Franz. Go back to me in the Spurs of the early 2000s where it was like the Ellis Island Spurs. If you don't get that reference, you should have gone to a history class. I like that idea. I need to stop looking at like free agents for other teams and start looking at free agents for my team. Brook Lopez on the San Antonio Spurs. I don't know if I'm good with that. Back-to-back rookie of the years for the San Antonio Spurs with Victor Wembanyama and with Stephon Castle. Dorian Finney-Smith of the Lakers is going to be available. Gary Trent Jr. is going to be available. Al Horford, the ageless wonder of Al Horford, will still be available. Chris Middleton will be available. Tyus Jones. D'Angelo Russell, that's interesting. Yeah, but he wouldn't fit with Detroit. I don't think he'd fit in San Antonio either. Augustine saying slow fat point guard, Luka Tipton. Yeah, but I don't look like a jar of mayonnaise. Like I'm a little too dark to be a jar of mayonnaise. Maybe I'm a jar of yum yum sauce. You got to try to find like a brown. I'm a jar of barbecue sauce. There we go. I'm not a jar of mayonnaise like Luca. A basketball playing jar of mayonnaise. Russell Westbrook, I don't think you signed that. Chris Paul should stay in San Antonio. Luke Kennard. Anytime your last name is Kennard, I don't think you belong in the NBA. Keon Ellis is available. Dennis Schroeder. Again, I feel like Detroit's got to keep Dennis Schroeder as well, right? Like he might have found himself a home in Detroit. How much you got to pay him, though, I think that's going to be the issue. Gershon Yabusele is available. If you don't remember him, he was in the Olympics, and he was the guy on the French national team that was giving the United States problems, absolute problems. And yes, we're talking about a team that had Nick Batum, that had Victor Wembanyama. It was Gershon Yabusele that was giving the U.S. a whole bunch of issues. Oh, man, we need to get him in San Antonio. Put him up there with Victor Wembanyama as well. Again, the Ellis Island of San Antonio. The Ellis Island Spurs. Augustine Pimentel saying, yum yum sauce, LMAO, just the tip. And it's a good time for that.
I just want to put the tip in.
It's time for
Just a Tip.
That would make me uncomfortable.
Promise that it ain't too much, but just enough. Just a tip. Just a tip.
Just the tip? Just the tip.
It's time for Just the Tip.
Just as I press play, the Crooked Commish says, what's up, Money Mike? Did I miss Just the Tip? Of course you didn't miss Just the Tip. Brought to you by our friends over at, I was going to say One Ass Cheek, Three Toes. No, not a One Ass Cheek, Three Toes. Just the Tip brought to you by www.myhappynuts.com. That's www.myhappynuts.com. Use promo code Mike Tipton and save on all of your male grooming needs. Guys, the summer is coming up. It's going to get hotter. It's going to start having more swamp ass. You're going to start having more duck butter and all that nonsense going on down there. You don't want the Fermunda cheese to be scraping. So what do? You go out, you get yourself some www.myhappynuts.com comfort cream, and you're comfortable all day long. Check out the anti-chafe stick. Get the comfort cream. Get the bulber. Make sure you're groomed. Guys, you don't like 70s bush? I assure you, the women in your life also don't like 70s bush. Don't be the Zohan. www.myhappynuts.com. Use promo code Mike Tipton at checkout and save on all your male grooming needs. Disco, disco. I hope y'all get that reference. If not, I'm on an island all by myself. There has to be someone out there that gets the Zohan reference. I have a toll violation notice coming to me in my text messages. I bet you that's real since it has a area code of 63. Who falls for that stuff? Like genuinely, who falls for that stuff? I got real creditors I don't answer the phone for. That's a joke. Or is it? Oh. We didn't even talk about the games. Once again, we got some games happening tonight, I believe. Let me double check. Let's make sure we have some games going on tonight. Yes, the Golden State Warriors and the Houston Rockets. The Warriors can close this game out at home. Tommy Cananza asking, we have tolls? I know, man. Like, wow. I don't know where this stuff happened. Augustine saying, tus nueces felices. Yeah, you got to have your happy nuts. Bistrilla saying, go Golden State Warriors. I agree with that. I chose the Golden State Warriors at the beginning. Right now, I am looking okay. I chose the Thunder. I chose the Clippers. We got to worry about Game 7 in Denver. I chose the Timberwolves. I chose the Warriors. Right now, I'm 2 out of a potential 4 in the West, and both of my 2 remaining teams are still alive. In the Eastern Conference, I chose the Cavs because that one was an easy one. Miami, Jesus. The Miami Heat, losing by an NBA record in a series by an average of 30 points per game, just proves that the play-in tournament doesn't need to happen. Just flatly, doesn't need to happen. I chose the Bucks over the Pacers, got that one wrong. Chose the Pistons over the Knicks, got that one wrong. Chose the Celtics over the Magic, got that right. So best case scenario, I can be 6-2 in the first round. Worst case scenario, 4-4. I'm happy. I am happy with that one. Tommy Canazza saying maybe it's from Utah, LOL. Probably not. If it's got a 6'3" country code to it, 63912-428-3071. That's the phone number. Should use that as like the hotline number, right? Like, hey, you want to get in on the tipping point with Mike Tipton? Use country code 63912-428-3071 and give us a call today. Beastrill saying, I agree, no play-in tournament. I understood the reason why they did it to begin with. Tommy Cananza saying, oh yeah, no, that's definitely a scam. It is. 100% it's a scam. Just like the NBA play-in tournament. Look what we're doing there. I see why they did it. They did it during the bubble because you had some teams that didn't get to finish their season, right? That left 20 games on the table of we could have positioned this, wherever it was that we could have positioned this. So I got the play-in tournament during the bubble. But the 7 and 8 seed should just be the 7 and 8 seed. The Dallas Mavericks, sorry, Tommy, didn't belong in the discussion. The Miami Heat didn't belong in this discussion. You lost by 30 points per game on average in 4 games. It's not a small sample size. You almost lost by 60. It took a 5-0 run in the last minute of the game for you to lose by 55. Augustine saying country code 6'3" is the Philippines. Yeah, I drove my Mustang over there. That was an easy drive. Once again, best case scenario, I can be 6-2 in the first round. Worst case scenario, I can be 4-4. Nonetheless, I'm happy. I just need the Clippers and the Warriors to win. I think all of us are going to go with the Warriors right now. Again, Houston, you just got to go through the growing pains. Nothing against Houston. You just got to go through the growing pains. Beastrill saying, I got one of those notifications, knew it was a scam because I live in Michigan. Are there no tolls in Michigan? Because there's tolls in Texas, just not in El Paso. We are, what? A 10-hour drive away from the nearest toll. Tommy Cananza saying, we won a game. Leave the Mavericks alone, Tip. I will not tolerate Maverick slander unless it's from me. I get it. You know what, Mavs, you did a great job. You won your one game in the play-in tournament. You lost to the Memphis Grizzlies, who in their next game lost by 51 points to the Oklahoma City Thunder. So we can take some solace in knowing that the Dallas Mavericks might not have lost by 55 like the Miami Heat did. Maybe it would have been closer. The Memphis Grizzlies lost on an average of 19.5 points per game against the Oklahoma City Thunder. And we all felt like that series was just so overwhelming. Cleveland won by 30.5 points per game over the Miami Heat. There has never been a playoff series that was that lopsided. Again, a 5-0 run that got you to not lose by 60 points. You had to go on a 5-0 run at the end of the game to only lose by 55. You already know my mindset, guys. If they had lost by 60, they would have lost historic. So if you're going to lose historic. Tommy Canazza saying the Mavericks would have swept the Oklahoma City Thunder, flexing on them. Would have swept them. Wouldn't have even been a question. Going, let's go Mavs. F you, Nico. Got to get a shirt going for Nico Harrison. Adjust the tip style shirt going for Nico Harrison. That's a lot of messages. I'm not going to look at that right now. I'm sure it could be something that'll help out the show, but I'm not going to do that right now. All right, everyone. Once again, I told you it was going to be a short show. I apologize, but I don't. I'm going to go hang out with my kid now. We're going to go have ourselves a good old fun time. I hope everyone has a great weekend as well. Remember, you can join me and Brandon the Iceman Cone this Saturday at Buffalo Wild Wings on the west side of El Paso for Fire and Ice, 655 Sunland Park Drive. I hope to see y'all out there. They're going to have amazing specials as well. And if you haven't already been there from Monday through Thursday for the endless wings, the all-you-can-eat wings, you are doing yourself a disservice. I think I need to go out there one of these days for those all-you-can-eat wings too. I know Tommy loves the big, beefy, juicy, bone-in wings. For me, I might just go ahead and get myself some boneless wings. More meat that way. That's coming from the meat slinger, baby. Tommy Carranza was saying, you said 45 minutes, Tip. You want 45 minutes of the tip? You're not getting it. I said 35, 45 minutes. I got to be somewhere in 45 minutes. I got to go over there. So we're doing that. Once again, hope to see you all tomorrow. Buffalo Wild Wings. We'll see you all a little bit later. Have yourselves a great day. You all know there are hundreds of betting sites out there, but don't be fooled. Some sites are legal in some states only. Some sites pay in Bitcoin, and some sites have even been hacked. However, BetUS has been in business for over 30 years. They have future bets that are paying out in the thousands, and there's still time for you to bet on the Super Bowl, the National Championship, and even the NBA Championship. Just use the QR code right here, and it will take you to the BetUS site. BetUS. Check it out and bet responsibly. Are you a fellow car guy? I have a 2008 Ford Mustang GT convertible, and nothing makes me happier in that car than when it's nice and clean. And you know who helps me get there? RevAutoCarCare.com. They help me get that pony looking as nice and shiny and ready for any of the car meetups that are all around the great city of El Paso. Spoil your car and go to RevAutoCarCare.com/Tipton and view all the inventory they have and find out what works for you to help make your ride shine. RevAutoCarCare.com/Tipton. Use promo code Tipton33 at checkout to save 15%.